All right. Good morning and welcome back to our weekly Tuesday live webinar. I'm very excited again to have you guys with us today. We definitely appreciate you attending. Today we're going to go over Mutual of Omaha. We're going to be a part two of this guy. So we're definitely going to talk a little bit more in depth about some things, but we want to make sure you guys get everything that you're looking for and answer any questions that you might have. So of course today we're with Miss Cindy. Definitely thankful to have her here with us as well, of course, to give us a bunch of good information. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, definitely put them in the chat box. Let us know what they are, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, Miss Cindy, you can take it.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad you got to join this morning. First of all, my name is Cindy Burks. I've been with Mutual of Omaha for 10 years now in the handling the life products. I started in underwriting as a case manager and then moved over to the sales area. And prior to that, I worked, literally started in data entry. Last week was my 29th year in the insurance industry, and I love it. I can't say enough good about the products. Especially that we have and Mutual of Omaha. Just to show you how Mutual of Omaha, we've been around for over 100 years. We're actually in the process of building a new building. If you can see there on the left, it's going to be the tallest building in a tri-state area. So that just goes to show you that we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. Plan to be around for 100 more years and then some. And why should you do business with Mutual of Omaha? Of course, brand recognition. Like I said, we've been around for over 100 years, strong, stable, and secure. We have a dedicated team. I will provide some information, contact information at the end. We have a competitive, simplified issue product portfolio with fast and simple underwriting, quoting, and application. And as I mentioned, brand recognition. A lot of you folks may remember the Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. It aired towards the middle or end of the 60s, actually, and it was on Sunday night when there wasn't a lot of TV on. So a lot of folks may remember this show. We actually brought it back a year ago in October. It's actually back on the air now. We also sponsor some great golfers, as you can see there. And then here are our ratings. Again, strong, stable, secure for over 100 years. Our ratings with AM Best Company, Moody's Investor Service, and S&P Global. And then here is our complete Express product portfolio. We offer our Children's Whole Life, our IUL Express, Term Life Express, Living Promise, Final Expense, also called Final Expense. You'll hear those words interchangeably. And then our Guarantee AD product. It's our only brokerage guarantee issue product. If there's a client that doesn't qualify for anything, at least we offer an accidental death product that we offer. Today we will go over Living Promise and Children's Whole Life. They tend to go hand in hand together, and I will let you know how that works together here in a moment. And then this is just another screen of showing these same products on a graph. As you can see here, we can cover folks from ages 2 weeks old all the way up to the age of 85. No labs, no paramed, quick issue, and we also do not order medical records for these products. Again, no blood, urine, paramed, quick issue, and that equals getting paid faster to the agents. So that the underwriting usually is, as long as we have everything we need, is usually runs about 24, 48 hours for issue. And again, we're going to be covering the Living Promise Final Expense and our Children's Whole Life product. And then here is our Living Promise. Highlights, it's simplified underwriting, level and graded benefit plans. There's smaller face amounts and seniors looking to cover final expenses and other expenses. The level benefit plan covers from ages 45 to 85 with face amounts from 2,000 up to 50,000, and the risk class are standard tobacco or standard non-tobacco. Our graded plan is for ages 45 to 80 with face amounts of 2,000 to 20,000, and there's no tobacco distinction. So the graded plan works if death should occur in the first 2 years, we will pay back the premium plus 10% for death due to natural causes. And how that works on our Living Promise If they answer no, excuse me, if they answer no to all the questions on the application, they could qualify for the level plan. The graded plan, if they answer yes to any question in part 2, they could be considered for the graded product. And if they answer yes to any question in part 1, that application will not be accepted. That client will be declined. So don't submit those applications if you know they're going to answer yes to one of those questions in part 1. We always run an MIB and pharmaceutical check on all our clients and phone interviews as needed. And I know this is small, it's not meant to read all the questions, but just to give you an idea of what it looks like here, if they check yes to any one of these questions, again, they're going to be declined. They're not eligible to apply, but just a quick glance, the application's the best source you could use for underwriting risk assessment. We also have a phone number too I'll provide at the end if should you have any questions on the underwriting piece. And here's the part 2 of the living promise. If they check yes to any one of these questions, they could be considered for the graded product. And the living promise offers a cost rider, which is our accidental death benefit rider. And no cost riders that are built in with the policy is the accelerated death benefit for terminal illness and nursing home confinement. So on the level plan, it's a tax-free benefit to help your family and a one-time election to accelerate their death benefit while they're living if diagnosed with having a terminal illness, a 12-month life expectancy, or if they're confined to a nursing home for 90 consecutive days or more and is expected to remain confined. This is automatically added to our level benefit product only. And they can also purchase an additional accidental death benefit, which they will pay equal to the face amount if the death results from accidental bodily injury. The optional rider, again, can be added to the level benefit policies only, not on the graded. And here are some products that we offer, our marketing materials. You could obtain these through our sales support unit. The phone number is listed there below. I'll have that phone number at the end as well. And our children's whole life, these products go great with the living promise because parents and grandparents can purchase this product for, again, their children and grandchildren. I actually have a policy on my own grandchild. He's 2 years old. I got it for him when he was a couple months old. I got him a $25,000 policy and I only paid $10.02 a month. So extremely affordable. It helps with your child's future insurability, regardless of any health conditions that may occur later in life, which is the biggest perk to this product, actually. Just some highlights, limited health questions. There's no medical exam. The rates never increase, benefits never decrease, and additional coverage can be purchased in the future, which again, this is the most important part of this policy, I think. It's great. And also it builds up some cash value with the child. Again, helps to cover associated with an unexpected loss. Cash value grows along with the child and provides protection for a child's future insurability. And a 2-week-old can be approved for $50,000 of coverage for just $19.04 a month. Again, issue ages 14 days to 17 years with face amounts from $5,000 to $50,000. No medical exam. There's only 2 health questions. Grandparents can purchase without the parent's signature. And coverage is guaranteed until they reach age 100. It also has a guarantee insurability rider and a waiver of premium rider. These are the 2 questions that are on the application. I'll just read them quick just to give you an idea what they are. A heart or circulatory system birth defect, mental or developmental disorders, including autism and Down syndrome. If they check yes to that question, that is a knockout question. Number 2 or part B says any other chronic medical condition which requires care in the last 3 years. That one's not necessarily a knockout question. Just provide as much detail as you can. And if you're not sure, you can always call underwriting. And again, I'll provide that phone number here at the end. I mentioned the no cost benefit riders, which is the guarantee insurability rider, and the death of a policy owner waiver of premium rider. This is the best part of this product. You don't always want to focus with the child's talking about a death benefit. People don't like to talk about that with their grandchildren or children. But the most important part to this policy is that they can increase their death benefit up to 5 times during any of these events. So the marriage of the insured, if they purchase a home, birth or adoption of a child, and then on their 25th, 30th, 35th, and 40th birthdays. And again, going back to me purchasing on my grandson for $25,000, as he gets older, he can literally get another policy up to 5 more times without any evidence of insurability. And then with the waiver of premium due to death of owner, it's a no-cost rider that waives the premium for a 90-day period if the owner dies while the policy is in force. The benefit is available after 24 months from the policy issue date, and the benefits waived will not be deducted from the death benefit. So again, using my grandson as an example, if something happened, should something happen to me, they will have 90 days to define a new owner. Again, great marketing materials through our sales support unit. We have brochure highlights. Those 2 are the most popular. And then we offer a postcard and a self-mailer. We have a brand new, this is exciting news, a pre-qualification tool if you guys have not seen it yet. This was effective on July 24th. And what it does is it gives you a pre-approval prior to finishing the application for our Term Life Express, IUL Express, and Living Promise products. So what that does, again, new as of July 24th, you will enter the producer information, the proposed insured information, and the HIPAA authorization. And at that time, we're running the prescription and metadata check with the proposed insured, insurance history, plan information, and then there's a pre-approval. So what this will show you, a pre-approval indicator for our IUL Express and Term Life Express will show it's either tracking favorably or not favorably. If it's tracking not favorably, the client will be declined coverage. So this gives you the opportunity to back out of the application. You don't have to submit it, and it will not count against your placement. We do track at Mutual of Omaha placement and persistency. So this is a great tool for agents. If you know that the client's going to be declined, you might as well not even submit the application. This also comes before a lot of other information that clients don't like to give if they know that they're going to be declined. And I'll show that here in the next screen or 2. The Living Promise will show you favorable level or favorable graded, or again, not favorable, which likely the client is going to be declined. Some folks don't like the graded product as much, and if they notice it's graded, I know I've talked to an agent before, usually he doesn't proceed much with the graded, but it's still a great benefit for the client because after the policy's been in force for 2 years, they're eligible for the full death benefit. So don't let the graded option turn you away, because it's still a great product to have for your clients. Again, this is what it'll look like. You have the pre-approval on the left. If you decide to continue, that's when you enter the underwriting information, the beneficiary information, the premium and plan summary, the bank service plan information. Again, prior, we were getting all that information before they would know if the client was declined. Again, they don't like to give the banking information if they know that's gonna, turn into a decline. And then the illustration certification, that's for our IUL Express only. And then the signature process, and then the application is submitted to Mutual of Omaha. Just a couple FAQs on this new process. Can you discuss a not favorable or graded decision with the underwriter if you don't continue? Unfortunately, no. If you do back out of the application and don't continue, it's never sent to underwriting. We have no review of that application, so we would not be able to share why they were tracking not favorable. If you do continue with the application at the pre-approval screen, will that case count against my placement? No, that was the main purpose of us adding this new feature. It will not count or have any adverse action on your placement. And then can a policy have a favorable indicator, but ultimately be declined? In the beginning, we're only running the prescription and metadata check for the pre-approval. So it is possible to have a decline after the client answers the underwriting questions. Because again, I mentioned the knockout questions on the application as well. Dedicated team, as I mentioned, we have our sales support team. They can help you with illustrations, website help, any product questions, marketing material, any e-application questions you might have. If you want, take a quick picture of this screen. Our underwriting department, when you call, you literally talk to an underwriter. You can ask about case status. That would be through our case managers. Field underwriting and decision questions, you could always call this number too, 800-775-7896. We also have an express risk assessment at mutualomaha.com email. If you use that, if you're not sure on the application, maybe a condition doesn't show up and you're not sure how they would be approved, you can always email them as well. Just make sure you don't have any identifying information such as the client's name and social security number, things like that. If you have any questions or any issues with your e-application, that is also a phone number for our iPipeline. That is the system we use for our e-applications. And then I come to, if anybody has any questions, I will actually leave it here on this last screen, which again, my name is Cindy Burks, account executive. And then I work alongside Kurt Williamson. He is the sales director. There's our phone number and email. Call us anytime, shoot us an email if you have any further questions. We're here to help you. So with that being said, I will open this up for any questions.
Awesome. I'm not seeing any questions as of right now. Let me double check this side. No. Okay, so yeah, no questions here. Is there anything else you would like to add, Cindy?
Well, you mentioned, I heard you talking about Facebook earlier. We do have a Facebook page at Mutual of Omaha. Mutual of Omaha Brokerage Sales. You need to be a licensed agent with us to join our Facebook page. We would need the agent number or national producer number in the, there's a place to put that when you go to sign up. And then there's also 3 questions that we ask that you have to agree to the rules of the group. So any of you that are licensed with us with Mutual of Omaha, feel free to join our Facebook page. We also have a LinkedIn page. That one, you do not need to be a licensed agent. Anybody can join our LinkedIn page. So look for us out there as well.
Absolutely. And so just to build on that, I think a lot of times when, us as people, if we're, our routines are kind of set, but a lot of times on these Facebook pages, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cindy, a lot of time you're going to get a lot of agents that have experienced issues that you may have experienced already. Or if you're, say, for instance, having to call into sales support or all these different things or whatever it may be, maybe there's something on that Facebook page that's already been dealt with. And an agent's like, hey, I know, maybe this is an issue that you dealt with and this is a way to fix it. So I think with Mutual of Omaha, you guys are going to have a lot more insight on just that product. I know a lot of you guys have it. There may be some things that you've run into, good, bad, ugly, whatever it may be, but I guarantee you there's probably a solution on that website or on that Facebook page. So joining that group and also joining Eldercare's focus group, things like that is where the industry's going. I think a lot of times when you talk about community and building those particular not partnerships, but making those connections. We'll just say that they're really good for, later on down the road to experience things that maybe somebody has already been through. So just wanted to touch on that because I think I talk about that a lot on a day-to-day basis, but I don't ever really have the opportunity to go in depth about it. And I think that's just always one point that I like to communicate with you guys. And of course, obviously last time we didn't have video or we couldn't join or something like that. I don't remember what it was. So that was my fault. I definitely appreciate you guys attending today. Coming back, Miss Cindy, we appreciate having you back as well. So again, guys, can you put that Facebook group out there one more time?
Oh shoot, let me get it. It's hold on 1 second here.
Absolutely. You're welcome, Michael.
I want to make sure I get the right name.
Okay.
Brokerage. I know it is. I just had it pulled up this morning too. And while I'm pulling this up real quick, I always like to mention our websites, mutualofomaha.com/broker. That has all our products out there. A lot of great information. We also have a simple site, mutualofomaha.com/simple. The word simple, just remember that you don't need to log in for that one, and it has all of our simplified issue products out there. So definitely to utilize, again, licensed agents, you need to register for the 1/broker, but the simple site, anybody can log into that one. So those are great websites. I always like to use those as much as possible. The Facebook page is Mutual of Omaha Brokerage Sales Professionals.
Awesome. So there you go,
And
guys.
I man that box myself. So I'm the one that is chosen to accept or deny. I hate denying people, but I've had to because if they don't accept the rules, I have to decline you. And if we don't get NPN or producer number, especially if you have a common name, I can't just look it up. So definitely if you provide those two things, I'll let you in.
Awesome. Gatekeeper. But you've been given the opportunity. So again, guys, another awesome webinar with Mutual of Omaha, Miss Cindy. A lot of good points to add in, a lot of tools to add to your toolbox. Always remember, guys, in these webinars, it's very open. Love to get some feedback from you guys, talk a little bit about it within the webinar. But always keep in mind, you're able to go back and review them. So if you missed anything, or if you want to jump on that Facebook group and add that to your toolkit, obviously get appointed with Mutual of Omaha. Give us a shout, 800-777-9322. Of course, you guys reach out. And if you guys have any questions from there, we'll get those answered when we talk. And I appreciate you attending. Miss Cindy, thank you again. And y'all have a good day. Happy Tuesday.
Thank you. Everybody have a good day.